Jesus prophesies that Peter, one of his disciples, will deny him 3 different times in the same night. We're going to start off reading at Matthew chapter 26, verses 31 through 35. That's Matthew chapter 26, verses 31 through 35, which reads, Then Jesus said to them, his disciples, all of you will be stumbled in connection with me on this night. For it is written, I will strike the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock will be scattered about. But after I have been raised up, I will go ahead of you into Galilee. But Peter, in response, said to him, Jesus said to Jesus, although all of the others are stumbled in connection with you, I will never be stumbled. Jesus said to him, referring to Peter, truly, I say to you, on this night, before a rooster crows, you will disown me 3 times. Peter said to him, to Jesus, even if I should have to die with you, I will by no means disown you. All the other disciples also said the same thing. So I'm going to stop right there. What's going on? Jesus had foretold how all of his disciples will be stumbled. And Peter steps up and says he's not going to disown him. He's willing to die with him. And Jesus says a prophecy about how Peter will not just disown him one time, but specifically 3 times. So let's see if this took place, and if it took place, how it took place, and the details. We're going to go to the same chapter, which is Matthew chapter 26. We're going to read verses 67 through 75. Verse 67 through 75 goes on to read. It says, Then they, the religious leaders, spat in his face, referring to Jesus' face, and hit him, referring to Jesus, with their fist. Others slapped him, referring to Jesus, on the face, saying, Prophesy to us, you Christ. Who struck you? Now, Peter was sitting outside in the courtyard, and a servant girl came up to him, Peter, and said, You too were with Jesus, the Galilean. But he, Peter, denied it before them all, saying, I do not know what you are talking about. When he went out to the gatehouse, Another girl noticed him and said to those there, "This man was with Jesus, the Nazarene." Again, he, referring to Peter, denied it with an oath. "I do not know the man." After a little while, those standing around came up and said to Peter, "Certainly you are also one of them, for in fact your dialect gives you away." Then he, referring to Peter, started to curse and swear, "I do not know the man." And immediately a rooster crowed. And Peter called to mind what Jesus had said, namely, "Before a rooster crows, you will disown me 3 times." And he, referring to Peter, went outside and wept bitterly. So what do we see? We see the prophecy of what Jesus foretold about Peter denying him actually happened. And we see how the first time Peter was asked, he denied it. The second time, it says he made an oath that he did not know Jesus. He said an oath. Let me get where it says that at. Okay, verse 72. It says, "Again he denied it with an oath." So the second time Peter denied Jesus, he not only just denied him, he denied him with an oath. And the third time he denied Jesus, which is at verse 74, it says how he began to curse and swear. So he took it to an even higher level. After he was tested the third time. So something clicked in Peter's mind after the third time of him being accused of being one of Jesus' disciples. Something clicked where he saw high emphasis after the third time he was tested on it. And that's when he began to curse.